And welcome back to more of Martian Gothic. Guys, is the password for the crack rack file. Let's see what this says. It's basically a log from Dr. John Farr about the crack rack and how he believes they are able to exist beyond the veil of human perception, and that is why that they have had so many weird dreams on Vita base. And he makes a reference to Lovecraft and says they're poised to return. Then he can feel stuff in his head, which is of course very disturbing. Now you may have noticed, I just noticed, there's 2 entries from Martin Karn. I think his watch code is 4864. Let's look. Yes it is. He's 31 years old and he's rather tall. And it said he's a security operative, although I thought his official thing was a, miner or something. But look down here. There's another entry. Let's type this in real quick. And 4. And this is basically a log from Felici saying that he knows everything about Karn's relationship with Judith and that he does not trust Karn. And I'm guessing he sent this to Allenby. So it's not like Allenby probably didn't know what Karn's motive was to come back to Vita base or go to Vita base for the first time. Whatever, it's more story, and there's nothing else there. But something interesting to note, if you didn't know, to look, you get this printout.
Errors.
That's the password for the elevator down to the necropolis, which we're going to have to go down pretty fucking soon. But first, let's go to Biolab. Oh cool, that body's... Okay, well, he's getting up. That's unfortunate. Alright, I'll find the red door eventually. Okay, there it is. Now, before I open it up, 2915, I need to remember her watch code. Everyone's watch code does something. Karn's was able to open up the hatch in the very beginning. Kenzo's could open up the sayonara box. Hers works back here in Biolab. Yeah, that's a headless body.
Gruesome.
And it's gruesome. It's very gruesome. Yeah, there was an odd experiment going on there, and it's going to end up being more than just eye candy. And there's a lot of equipment over here. There's a thermalizer.
If I can get a sample of the original contagion source, I can superheat it in the thermalizer.
We will be using all of this equipment eventually. Here's a microscope.
Under an electron microscanner, any bacteria in our blood will show up larger than tadpoles in a pond. All I need are blood samples from each of us and a trimorph tissue sample.
Yes, trimorph tissue sample. We're going to have to get one of those eventually. And let's examine the centrifuge.
This has been adapted to separate blood types and simultaneously combine them with another substance.
And that's what the centrifuge is. And here's a computer. Let's examine this.
It should control the thermalizer, electron microscanner, and centrifuge.
Only problem. Oh, it's pass-coded, but like I said, her watch code, that's the reason she's got that watch code. That watch code will unlock this.
It's February the 19th, 2018. We're still searching for Terence Whitaker's body. At least, we're going through the motions. It didn't take long to establish that the soil on the grave had been pushed aside from below. And those bare footprints circling the base, then veering off towards Olympus Mons. I try not to think about it. Poltergeist activity continuing.
Judith Haraway, project director. I've heard her voice before.
Yeah, I don't know why it plays that sound clip again. We've already established who Judith Haraway is. And there's the file on the contagion. I forget what that password is. I will have to look that up later. There's a shitload of stuff here. John Farr on PA. It says it's what he used to sound like when he was alive and well, but no sound clip ever plays. I don't know if there was supposed to be a sound clip or what, or if it was just some sort of weird. I don't know. It's odd. And here's bin gun file. Yes, Dr. John Farr actually developed an antidote for this damn thing, which makes people turn to Trimorphs. But apparently, it was not very well developed. He wasn't anxious about trying it out on himself. That might explain why he's batshit crazy. That also kind of explains why, when Karn talked to him, he didn't clump together with Ben Gunn. I don't know if any of you thought of that, but, Let's see here. He had some sort of weird dream about a heart of stone and a Frankenstein body. And he said there was a hint in there about a head start. Yeah, you'll see what that's all about later. Yes, we need to get milk. Milk from what? We need to get milk from Queen Mab. Now let me see. Was this the one we just... Yeah, I think this is the one we just listened to. Report number 6. Let's listen to Journal 3.
It's February the 19th, 2018. We're still...
No, that was the one we just listened to. Let's try Report 6. Maybe that's different.
March the 12th, 2017. I wish to put on record my strong objection to the projected opening of the sarcophagus. Repeat, request for total evacuation of Vita base. Shall not report further unless request granted. End report.
Of course, that obviously did not happen because they opened the sarcophagus and all hell broke loose. And here's a special thing for John Farr. Analysis of tripartite blood sample. That part of this experiment has been completed. What this is all about is this is what we're going to have to do for one of our main objectives. We have to pick up the work where John Farr left off. We have to create the virus vaccine. He created something which kept him from clumping together with other people, but it drove him crazy and such. So we must pick up where he left off. We must get samples of each type of virus, or bacteria type, a trimorph sample, and we need a sample of the original crack alien sovereign, Queen Mab. Let's open the centrifuge. There's been gun sample right there. He left it in there conveniently enough. Now, how do we get samples for everybody else? How do we do that? Well, that's quite simple. I don't know if you remember in the other medical med bay, med lab, whatever you want to call it, if I can get through this fucking door, there were syringes. There was a shitload of syringes, and no, why can't you just open the door? Thank you. Let me just walk. No, that's not where I need to go. I need to go over here. Yes, in this corridor, once again, we're probably not going to be visiting this place too much more. Just a little while longer. In this locker, right here. 4 syringes and a pair and some gloves. I need to get syringes like so. And let's use one of the syringes on Matlock.
Well, that's my blood sample done.
And it's just that easy. So now all we gotta do is pop the other 2 syringes in the back tube. Oh well, I'm glad you can't fuck up like that. I want to take another blood sample of Matlock. I'm glad it won't allow you to fuck up like that. That would be horrible. That'd be god awful. Now I need to also take this syringe, and I need to take these gloves. And yeah, the back tube. Because yeah, it's not an extra syringe for no reason. There's a reason for that extra syringe. That's for getting the alien sample. Like I said, the gloves will allow us to get a trimorph sample, but we have to kill a specific trimorph to get it. How they expected you to know that you had to kill a specific one, I don't know. I guess they just want you to run around killing every fucking trimorph that's in existence. And I almost forgot to send that up. So yeah, they're bastards. Actually, I need to stay in here and do that brown herb I've got. So yeah, next time on Martian Gothic, we begin our descent into hell, the necropolis. I will see you then. Later.